After nearly 3 years of extensive research and investigation, we have discovered that the Natalee Holloway story is much deeper than the one the world has been told. The actual facts have been carefully hidden. The following trailer for the documentary, Natalee, The Unrevealed Time Lies, will show some of the highlights of an eye-opening exposé. The same day Natalee disappears, Beth Holloway and a powerful group of friends arrive several hours after Beth got the call Natalee was missing.
Beth has stated many times that she arrived at 11 o'clock. That's not what time she got here. She got here on May 30th, 4 hours before. How was she able to do that? Because she was tipped off that Natalee was not coming home.
This new time of arrival indeed shows that Beth must have been tipped off before Natalee ever disappeared. Even more so because Beth arrived on Aruba with a pile of posters that must have been printed before she left Alabama. Beth has denied the poster she had with her on the plane ever existed, and she claims the kidnapped poster was the first to be published. But facts don't lie. But that's not all. There is even more conclusive evidence to prove her exact time of arrival. We know for a fact that Beth arrived much earlier than we've all been told. Question is, when did she really plan her trip? When did she leave for Aruba? And why did she come to Aruba before Natalee was even reported missing? The family collected a huge amount of money in their early days on Aruba for the search for Natalee.
Just here in that first several weeks, thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars were collected. And then night after night, this family continued to ask for more money, as well as not pay for anything.
Steve Uhaus, a famous radio host in the U.S., having his doubts about this case as well, called the trust fund and was insulted and hung up on. When we spoke to the taxi driver who drove the family search party around on the island, we came to a shocking conclusion when the taxi driver told us she had asked why she had to drive to a crack house at the time.
Él me dijo, porque no hay mucho tiempo que Natalee salió de una rehabilitación en Estados Unidos.
A couple of days after Natalee disappeared, the Holloway family ordered a medical plane because they were told Natalee was alive, but in bad shape.
Then he explained to me, yes, that the purpose of this flight was to come over here, get Natalee wrapped her up, that nobody knows that it's her, get her to the airport and get her out of here. That's why the flight came here. I said, but how could you do something like that? If she was supposedly kidnapped, you don't have her passport. Yeah, don't worry about that, that will be all handled.
Favor, after you find Natalee, please cover her up and bring her to the med jet. We'll take good care of you, and they're already awaiting her at the airport.
Charles Cruz, an ex-Inner Circle friend, often spoke with Jug Twitty, Natalee's stepfather, and discovered that the Holloways had another agenda.
He says, Charles, I'm going to get this resolved. I said, okay, that's great. He says, what you don't know about me is that I have very long fingers. And I took him literally, and I looked at his hands, and he goes, no, mine go right up to the White House.
Ik heb dagen gehad, we hebben één dag gehad dat we op een gegeven moment in het politiebureau hebben gezeten, waarbij we letterlijk zijn bedreigd door de Amerikaanse consul samen met het hoofd van de FBI hier in het Caribisch gebied. En ik zeg het rustig, want ik zit niet meer bij die club. Dat een FBI-attaché mij vraagt waarom ik de Amerikaanse hoek onderzoek. Hij zegt, hoe durft u? The first thing you do in een Amerikaans onderzoek is je begint met de familie. Het gaat niet om Natalee. Helaas, het gaat niet om Natalee. Als het om Natalee ging, dan was het allemaal anders afgelopen. Maar het gaat niet om Natalee. Het gaat bijna om het Witte Huis. Het gaat bijna om de relatie tussen Amerika en Nederland.